Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to a ramble session, I think I'm going to call this. I have been, oops, that's not going to come off, alright, we'll worry about that later. My husband's at work today, and who knows, he might be calling me any minute or texting me to tell me that he's on his way home. But I have been watching some YouTube videos this morning, big surprise there. My kids are gone for the weekend, or at least, well, my son comes home today. And this is Saturday, the 20th, I think. And so here comes Fred. And he says, "Good afternoon." Sorry about that. Anyway, so this morning I was contemplating, as I often do, that I really need to get my crap together, if you know what I'm saying, okay? I've been kind of in a funk lately. I've still been working on my Fibonacci, as best I can. I've been practicing drawing my faces. I've been, staying busy, or at least trying to. But this morning I was really just contemplating, I need a system or a way of getting my crap together. I don't know how else to put it, As most of you know, I suffer with a chronic illness. It leaves me homebound much of the time. And so I'm basically home, 12 hours a day. And a lot of the times I'm here by myself. So, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm here by myself. So I was spending, a lot of time on social media, which the only social media that I go on really is Facebook and YouTube. But I was spending so much time on the social media and just sitting in front of my computer and, just wasting time, And so anyway, I've come up with an idea. I don't know if it's going to work for me or not, but I just, on the shelf, I found this. I got it at Target. I think I got it for my daughter, and she ended up not using it. So it's a little notebook, right? It's just a regular, line notebook. And I have been watching PackerDi this morning, and, well, along with a lot of other people, but mainly on bullet journaling. And the thing with me, with bullet journaling, let me do something at least while I'm talking to you. With bullet journaling, I'll finish that thought in a minute. This is just like little calendar things that I printed out from the computers, because I'm going to do like a year in review and be able to write down the things per month that I have. It's like forward planning. So anyhow, I'm not a planner girl at all. I don't really care to be a planner girl, quite honestly. I have nothing to plan. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm home all the time. So, I really just don't have things to plan. But I've gotten into the horrible habit of wasting so much of my time. It's not even funny. Now, when my kids were younger, I used to plan everything. I mean, down to what we were going to eat for breakfast every morning of the week. Okay. I mean, I planned everything, and I had to, because the way that our schedules ran, every single day of the week, we had an activity of some sort or another going on outside of the home, right? So whether it was, on Mondays, we would have, what's it called? On Mondays, we would have guitar lessons. On Tuesdays, we would have homeschool park days. On Wednesdays, the kids had 3 hours of PE in the morning, and then in the evening, they went to our local church for Awanas. On Fridays, generally at that point in time, we didn't do anything outside the home because my husband was off most Fridays, which was very nice, but not the case anymore. And so anyhow, I had to be organized. I had to plan. I had to keep things organized because I had to make sure that we were done with school by, in a timely manner so that we could participate in all these different activities that we were doing. And so I was extremely organized. Well, now the kids have gotten older. I become ill. Things just, don't work out that way anymore, which is fine. We all adapt. We find our new normal and we move on. It's, there's no shame in that, and that's fine. So this morning, I was contemplating, and I was like, oh, do I really want to start a bullet journal? What is this whole bullet journal thing about? I kind of like the concept. I kind of don't like the concept. What I like about bullet journaling is that it's your own. You make it the way that you want it to be, right? It's customizable to your specific needs. And that is the one thing that I do not like about commercial planners, because they're just, I don't know, like preconceived, so they don't know what my needs are, only I know those. So anyhow, I'm sitting in my room contemplating, and I'm watching videos, and I'm like, oh yeah, I like that idea, I like that idea, I like that idea. I can't, oh, that wouldn't work for me. No, I couldn't do that, things like that. So what I came up with, okay, is almost like a daily to-do list. But here's the thing. Okay, I can write to-do lists with those little boxes that you check off once the task is done. I can write those until the cows come home, okay? Does that mean that any box is going to get checked off on any particular day? Nope, not at all. Not in my case, because with the way that I am personally, and because of the situation that I have right now, I'm kind of, it's very easy when you stay home as much as I do, and certainly not by choice. It's very easy to get into a funk or get into that mode of, well, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? Like, yeah, I need to vacuum, but really, does it need to be done like right now? Because let me think what's on my schedule tomorrow. Nothing. So, okay, that's not to say that I do absolutely nothing every day. I mean, there are days that I do have to do stuff like pick up my son at his class or, whatever, different things. But I'm talking generally I'm home. So, so then I thought, yeah, I'd like to do a kind of, to-do list type of thing. But again, it can't just be a blanket to-do list with little check boxes, because I'm telling you, the stuff will never get checked off. I'm telling you right now. I've tried it. I've tried it all, okay? And it's just not going to get checked off. I am a time-oriented person. Okay, so what I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to just make up my own to-do list, but I'm going to attach times to them. Now, some of you might be saying, oh, Elizabeth, you're just setting yourself up for failure, because what happens if something comes up? Okay, I'm not totally inflexible. I can handle it. If something comes up and, whatever, I just change it. It's no big deal. But what I'm saying is like, let's just take like Mondays, for instance. Like my schedule, or lack thereof, is pretty much the same all the time, So like on Mondays, for instance, I know I have to teach my son biology. I know that I speak to my grandmother every Monday morning at a certain time, every Monday morning. So I know that I have to do those things. I know that I do laundry on Mondays. Not at any particular time, because it just, I started at a certain time and then it just, gets done when it gets done. But, so I think what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to, as soon as I get these cut, I'm going to show you here. I'm actually going to do a type of planner. It's not really a planner. It's a to-do list, but I'm going to have times where I do certain things. Okay. Because like I said, if I go by just, saying, yeah, okay, I need to, do laundry today. I need to vacuum today. I need to, straighten up the kitchen today. I need to, whatever it is, the way that I am, I know that I'm going to look at that and be like, Okay, yeah. I need to vacuum, but I can put that off till tomorrow. Doesn't need to be done today, you know? But here's the thing. Then tomorrow comes, and I say the same thing. Oh yeah, I need a vacuum. Yeah, I migrated that one over to the next to-do list. Well, again, why do today what I could put off till tomorrow? It's not like there's anything on my schedule tomorrow either, so I'll just do it tomorrow. And then what ends up happening is tomorrow never comes, you know? And then I look like this. You know. So, okay. So I found this, I just kind of like took, you know, from the different videos that I saw, I took pieces from here and there, no one in particular, and kind of just like picked little little tidbits out, you know, that I thought might work with me or for me, or I don't know. It might be against me for all I know. Who knows? But so this part, sorry for the glare. This part here, like for the first few pages, and this I did get from PackerDi on her bullet journal. She does, well, of course she does collage work anyway. She's a beautiful, you know, wonderful artist. And so the first few pages of this, I'm going to make some collages, some positive things that I can look at and, you know, start my week off and start my day off on the right foot. So those are going to be the first few pages. Okay, then let me see here. I cut out all these different things and then I didn't put them in order or anything. So now they're all messed up. Okay, so I took this, and this also is from PackerDi on hers. She just, you know, she took her thing and did it the way it worked for her, you know, and that's what anybody needs to do. So I'm going to take these, right? These are 2016. I could not tell you where I found it. I'm sorry. I think I just typed up, I don't even know. Small yearly, I think I found it on Pinterest. Small yearly calendar printables for free or something like that. So I cut them all up, and I'm going to put two, I hope you can see that. Yeah, kind of. Okay, there you go. I'm going to put two on each page. Okay, so there's January, there's February, all right? Then I'm going to use a pencil in this book, a pencil only because life happens, you know, things change, okay? I know a lot of people probably say like, well, when you write it in pen, it makes it more permanent. So, you know, like, I don't know, I guess logically speaking, you would think that you have to actually do it, you know, if you've actually written something in pen. I don't know. But anyway, this is how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to write it in pencil, and like, obviously January and February I don't even need because now it's March. So March and April will go over here, okay? And then in March, what I'll do is I'll take you know, my pencil or a pen, it doesn't really make a difference, and I'll circle dates as to, you know, what was going on at that time. Now, I'm going to go back and do it for March, but for April, I have, this is called forward planning. This is what PackerDi calls it. I don't know what it's called, but this is what she called it. So forward planning. So I can look at April, and I can go to the calendar that I keep in my purse. I keep a little pocket calendar, and I can circle the dates that things are going on, you know, like I know for a fact my daughter graduates college April 30th. I can also put on here the day that their classes end, right? So I would circle the dates of different, you know, various things going on, and then I would write over here in pencil along with the date, you know, like for instance, I'd write the number 30 and then I'd write, you know, graduation, okay? So forward planning. And I will do that for every month, you know, of the year, and circle the date, and then right next to it, you know, write what it is that's going on that day that I need to remember. And then I can refer back to those pages when I'm doing my weekly planning. Now, I'm going to be doing it by the week, I think. I think I'm going to try to sit down on the weekend at some point and just fill out my entire week, because it pretty much stays the same, you know? So on those days, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with, you know, the date and the day, and I'm going to write times in, okay? So let's say, for instance, on Monday, I know I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So from 8 to 8:30, that's usually the time I sit out on my patio. I have my cup of coffee. I check my emails. I respond. Things like that. I go on social media, check those things out. On Monday, I'm only going to have a half an hour in the morning to do that. Okay. So from 8 to 8:30, I'm going to have that to do. Okay. So what I would write is, 8 to 8:30, and then I'll write, email, SM for social media, and smoothie, because I want to make sure to drink my smoothies each morning. Then I'll go to the next line and I'll write 8:30 to 9, grandma, because I phone my grandmother every Monday morning at 8:30 on the dot. And if I don't, she gets worried and she's like, what happened? She'll call me or email me. The woman's 90. She's such a sweetie. Anyway, so from 8 to 8, or from 8:30 to 9, I'll put, grandma. Then from 9 to, let's say from 9 to 10, I'll put wake sunshine, because he's got to get up and get some schoolwork done. So from 9 to 10, wake sunshine, and that'll be his time to get maybe his guitar class completed for the day. He'll have time to eat breakfast, kind of wake up, do his morning routine, whatever. So, but from 9 to 10, so I'll have sunshine, get sunshine up / quiet time. So that's the time that I will spend in, my Bible reading, or, prayer time, or just having quiet time. So I know that on Monday morning from 9 to 10, I know exactly what I'm going to be doing. Then from 10 to 11, I'll write out 10 to 11, and I'll write biology, because that's when I'm going to teach my son biology, between the hours of 10 and 11. Now, meanwhile, at like 9 o'clock, I'm also going to write in there begin laundry, okay? Because that's an ongoing thing that's going to go on all day. I'm still going to have the check boxes to check it off. But I think that if I have an actual time to where I have to do it, or I tell myself I have to do it, because I could always tell myself, you don't have to do it, but I'm trying here, I'm going to try it. So from, 10 to 11, teach, or, do biology. Then from 11 to 12, I'm going to reserve that time for art time. And, I'm going to put in there exactly what I'm going to do. Because I find it's very hard for me. I hope this isn't going to be forever long. I find it very hard to focus on one thing at a time. Okay. So I started doing the whole face thing, and it's that's all I do, and then I go back and I work on my Fibonacci once in a while, and I kind of catch up and stuff like that. It's just very hard for me to focus on one thing. But if I'm hoping that if I have it written down, then I'll be able to look in here and I'll be able to see, okay, I'm going to be working on my Fibonacci, and I'm also going to do the first part of, number 6 mixed media morsels, or whatever. Okay. So I'll have that written down. Or maybe one day I'll be working on a face sketch for that hour. Okay. Or whatever the case is. Right. So I'm going to do that for the whole day. Okay, so I'm going to have time slots and things that I'm going to be doing, because what I'm finding is that I'm not structured enough, and I don't have a routine, and every single day it's going to be different, I'm going to have the same kind of elements in it. Like, I'm going to have my quiet time. I'm going to have, obviously lunch and my smoothie, and, there are things that are going to be consistent, but not at the same times. You know what I'm saying? So I know for a fact on Tuesdays and Thursdays, from the hours of 12:15 to 12:45, I'm going to and from town to pick up my son. So I know to block that out. And then instead of doing artwork at that time, or whatever the case is, I'll put art time from 1 to 2, right? Or I'll put cleaning the bathroom from 1 to 2, and then I can reward myself after that from 2 to 3 by doing artwork. The key to this for me is so that I have things scheduled out so that I can just quickly at a glance look at it and say, okay, it's, 9 o'clock on Monday morning. It's time for, my son to be doing this, so I'll get him going, and then it's my time to have quiet time, so I'll go have my quiet time. I don't know if it'll work. I have no idea. You know about me and consistency. It just rarely occurs, okay? But I thought I would just share that with you. I hope it's helpful to somebody because, like I said, the commercial calendars and all that kind of stuff, they do nothing for me. I mean, they just don't fit me and my lifestyle. The bullet journaling, while I love those ideas, and I still might incorporate some of those in here, like quotes that I like or, things like that. But this is mainly just so that I can begin, or hopefully begin, to have days that are actually productive. Days that I actually feel are productive. Instead of just, getting to the end of the day and thinking, good golly day, what have I done? I have done nothing but play around online, or, yes, I do laundry and I clean the kitchen and I, straighten the house and I keep things picked up and all that kind of stuff. But, as far as accomplishing something, as far as feeling productive, right? I want to be able to write those things down so that I know exactly what I'm doing and when I'm doing them. It's just, I think it's going to work out for me. I'm hoping it's going to work out for me. We'll see. I might come back on the next Ramble session and be like, yeah, schedule, what's that? I chucked it a month ago. I don't know. I know that's not like a very positive attitude to have, but that's just me, I mean, I'm going to try it out. I'm going to try it for a few weeks, hopefully, and we'll see how it goes. So anyhow, I hope, that helped some of you. Again, I'm not a planner girl. Don't plan on being a planner girl. But I have got to find a way in order to organize my time better and manage my time better so that I can feel as though I've had a productive day, that things have gotten done. So I hope y'all are having a great weekend, and I will catch you next time. Not sure when it's going to be, but I'll see you later.